Hi there, it's Fabienne from boldheart.com. And today I would like to discuss with you your need for belonging and for fitting in and how it's getting in the way of you growing your business, getting more clients, really increasing your visibility, how it's getting in the way of increasing your income and your personal revenues, and how it's getting in the way of you creating a much bigger impact in the world through your work. Here's what I mean. A need for belonging is often in direct opposition with your goals. When you think about where you want to take your business, it means being an outlier. And being an outlier, it means not being a follower, being different than the rest of people. Part of growing is about becoming a leader in your business, a leader for your clients and customers, a leader in your industry, a leader in the marketplace. And a leader is somebody who says things differently. They do things differently than the rest of the population. And sometimes that means not fitting in. It means becoming that unicorn that is not like everybody else. And so if you're anything like me, perhaps you didn't fit in when you were younger throughout your life. That's the story of my life, right? Perhaps it's because I grew up in two different places. I never really fit in here. I never really fit in here, always feeling like I need to fit in if I want to be accepted and loved, right? I'm not giving you my whole life story, but maybe you can relate. And so I remember this one time when we moved to the United States when I was 10 or 12, I said to my mom, I want you to take me to this particular store to buy these particular shoes and this particular shirt. And they were hideous, absolutely hideous. But I begged for them because I just wanted to be like everybody else. And I remember my mom at the time saying, why do you want to fit in? This is not who you are. Right? Interesting. But I still got the hideous shoes and the hideous shirt because I just didn't want to be alone. What I've since realized is that you can get your business to a certain level by trying to fit in. But if you want to take it to the next big level, you're going to have to become a leader. You're going to have to step out from the crowd and do things differently, speak in a different way, share your truth, be innovative, be unlike everybody else, be that outlier. And one thing that my husband, the most wonderful man, reminds me of all the time, and when he sees me trying to fit in my marketing message or even in our personal life, he says, Fabienne, why are you trying to fit in when you were born to stand out? And I always look at him and I'm like, oh my God, I needed to hear that. It happens with everybody, right? And I want you to realize that, especially as a business owner, you were probably born a black sheep. The person who in a sea of white sheep doesn't ever really fit in or doesn't really belong everywhere. We, black sheep, tend to think there's something wrong with us because of this. But you can do all you want to turn yourself into a white sheep. You will never be one. You can shear off your wool, you can pretend, but you will always be a black sheep. And you can either embrace that and stand out, or you can do like a lot of people do, is just use all of your energy to try to fit in unsuccessfully. All of that energy could be put into becoming a leader in your industry, into doing things differently, into becoming the Pied Piper for the other, for the people who need you, your clients, your customers, create a revolution, a movement, whatever you want to do. But it can be lonely to do things by yourself. And so how does a black sheep feel like they belong? And this is by creating a community or joining a tribe of other black sheep. where you will fit in. See, there are plenty of people like you. In fact, most business owners and most entrepreneurs, especially those with a heart, a bold heart, wink, wink, they all feel the same way. The majority of them feel like they just don't fit in anywhere, but to have that confidence and that conviction that you can really create a bigger business, a bigger impact, and more financial rewards, financial self-reliance or independence, you need to feel like you've got people who've got your back. And so how do you feel like you belong? You get yourself in a sea of other black sheep. You embrace your unicornness by being with other unicorns. So this is some of our tribal language at Bold Heart. We are a community of hundreds and hundreds of black sheep. We are all, unicorns here. And because when people join our tribe, they feel seen and heard and a part of something for the first time in their life. For many, they say, this is a tribe I've been looking for my whole life. The conviction and the confidence goes up. They feel more invincible. They take action in a way that they've never taken action before. And all of them say, and I'd love for them to say, oh, it's everything that I learned from you, Fabienne. And they get so much from that. But nothing compares to the feeling of having hundreds of people have your back. And so what I want to say to you is, why try to fit in when you were meant to stand out? Get yourself in a community, whether it's ours, it doesn't matter if it's ours or somebody else's, but where you feel you can belong. Because all that self-doubt, all that energy of trying to continually be someone that you're not is wasted energy when you can really apply to being the bold business owner with the bright ideas, the unconventional, innovative ways of being in the world that you were meant to be, right? Source brought you here to this planet on purpose, just the way you are, on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. And so dimming that light to try to fit in with people with whom you'll never fit in, I assure you, I've tried. There's only one place that you fit in, it's with other black sheep. So that's your inspiration for the day. Give yourself permission to be that unicorn. Just get yourself in a tribe of other unicorns, okay? Lots of love to you. See you next time. Bye.